Hello, dear friends. First of all, I should apologize for my hypothesis that diversional groups are in Lithuania, as it became clear straight from United States military. The drowned man was Staff Sergeant Robert Magallan from elite 11th Signal Corps of United U.S. Army, U.S. Army military. It is it is unit of head staff. So that means that he belongs to the head office. That is why in his face, only 29 years old, we see such assurance that it reminds me of a best friend of my disappeared brother, Romaldas Panavičius, my brother's name, Audrius Kaistys. If you compare those two photos, you would see the same. Yeah, well, I cannot express such assurance in the face that shows that you know that you will go till general, that you rule the world. And he ended up in the river in Lithuania. And two different informations there are. In official military information, it is full name, surname, occupants in army, staff sergeant of elite corps, 11th Signal Brigade. In another press, it is that he was not on duty probably because he came with Latvian car with regular clothes. U.S. Army informed that he was on temporal duty. So my question as Lithuanian, what was this duty from the staff sergeant from military head of the most powerful army in the world? What they were planning here to bring U.S. Army. That is why they sent the staff sergeant from U.S. Army head office from Pentagon, and why he ended up in the river. Was what suicide? Was that, I don't know, was that murder? Was that national partisan forces that killed him? It reminded me of 2018 when American tanks mixed up Kaunas district with Kozlūrūda and tried to get to polygon near to my village, and they ended up in the small river with the name Vytis. And Vytis is a symbol of Lithuanian kingdom. And they were severely injured, 9 soldiers of United States, and the ambulance was passing my house. Later on, our official propaganda tried to lie and said that they had an accident 14 kilometers away from where they almost drowned in the 20 centimeters depth river. So it reminds me when American army tried to sneak into our forests illegally. So this visit of Staff Sergeant Robert Magallan could have been a secret plan of sneaking of U.S. Army. That is why he came like civilian. That is why he came with civilian car from Latvia. And that is why we must count that there are more such sneaked American soldiers, and it is illegally because up till now Lithuanian constitution states that there cannot be foreign armies in Lithuania and foreign bases. We have, of course, American army here, but they are known, they are deployed, they have territory, but they did not sneak, they came. It is illegally that they are here, but at the moment it is at least it is known fact, and even Russians know that. But Robert Magallan was on temporary duty. Nobody knows what was this duty from a U.S. Army head office, and that is a scandal. But he died. He cannot tell us what was he doing here. And talking about that he could have have some voices in his head and made suicide on purpose, because from video we see that it is most likely suicide, jumping into the river. He was from the very rare race Oceania, Hispanic Samoa, and there are some folk religions people left, and if we are from this indigenous people, he could have been kaip čia pasakyt, sensitive to all our gods, because this unit of US command has scandalous symbol and scandalous name. It is Thunderbird. They call them Thunderbirds, and Thunder is Lithuanian ancient god. And it is not a secret that America wants all this territory, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, Belarus, and Ukraine, like a platform against Russia. Later they want to take Russia and to deploy Russia to take all the treasures, because they are living only with colonial thinking. Other thinking they cannot learn. They cannot imagine to live without wars. They want to include us in this war. Our economy is smashing down. It is 21% of inflation. And we are not in war. And also a symbol of this 11th Signal Brigade is Hawk. So what a coincidence, Lithuania sent a drone, Bayraktar, and called it Hawk. So Hawk with Thunderbird drowned in LithuanianRiver in Klaipėda, where also a few years ago America deployed more than 1,000 troops. And I did not hear that they left Lithuania. So maybe there was a plan to bring more soldiers to Lithuania. And according to Eastern European map of soldiers, I tried to count, but I could not imagine. It's from 20,000 till 100,000 soldiers already in this platform, from Estonia till Romania. And listen, guys, you sit far away from here. You even are not afraid of nuclear war, because it will not touch you. You are not afraid of nuclear explosion of Chernobyl. You are not afraid of nuclear explosion of Zaporozhye with 70 tons of nuclear waste of plutonium and uranium. But you are not defended from our ancient gods, as I understood. And I will remind you that Crusaders were killing people, saying that it is for the sake of God, that Jesus wanted us to be killed. But they were also afraid of our ancient gods. They were seeing them, they were hearing voices of them, they were seeing thunder, they were killed by thunder. And this example shows like, if you step illegally a foot into our land, you better go to the river. Like Crusaders tried to put us into the river to make us Christians for the sake of God in order to take these lands. So what is the difference now? No difference. Threatening us with Russia, how it is very, very threatening, very bad, our neighbor. They want these lands, and they want us to drown like we are drowning already, and let you be drowned like you showed the good example. So drown your economy, drown your country, drown your destiny, and leave us alone.